Hello friends, today we are up with our first video and today we would be talking about Israel-Palestini conflict. The crisis was triggered on 6 May when Palestinians protested in East Jerusalem over an anticipated decision of the Supreme Court of Israel on the eviction of 6 Palestinian families in Sheikh Jarrah. People there are experiencing worst of a kind of human behavior, numerous clashes on streets to airstrikes, which have demolished huge buildings and have taken down lives of a large number of people. Why is this so? Why is there such a big fight taking place? And what are the people fighting for? The Israeli-Palestinian conflict is one of the world's most enduring hostilities, with the Israeli occupation of the West Bank and the Gaza Strip reaching 53 years. Various attempts have been made to resolve the conflict as part of the Israeli-Palestinian peace process, but maybe it didn't work out. The main reason for the fight is the holy city Jerusalem, which is sacred to many religious traditions including the Abrahamic religions of Judaism, Christianity, and Islam, which is why it is considered a holy city. Some of the most sacred places for each of these religions are found in Jerusalem, and the one shared between all three is the Temple Mount. When we put a religious perspective to it, according to Judaism, Jerusalem has been the holiest city in Judaism and the ancestral and spiritual homeland of the Jewish people since the 10th century BCE. During classical antiquity, Jerusalem was considered the center of the world, where God resided. The city of Jerusalem is given special status in Jewish religious law. In particular, Jews outside Jerusalem pray facing its direction. Jerusalem has long been embedded into Jewish religious consciousness. Jews have studied and personalized the struggle by King David to capture Jerusalem and his desire to build the Jewish temple there, as described in the book of Samuel and the book of Psalms. Jerusalem appears in the Tanakh, Hebrew Bible, 669 times, and Zion, which usually means Jerusalem, sometimes the land of Israel, appears 154 times. According to the Hebrew Bible, the first temple, at the site known as the Temple Mount today, was built by King Solomon and finished in 950 BC, before Christ, and Mount Moriah is where Abraham almost sacrificed his son and talked to God. When the Babylonians captured the city in 580 BC, before Christ, they destroyed the temple and sent the Jews into exile. That is, all worshipping was practiced in the temple. From the Babylonian capture, Judaism was codified. But in Christian faith, Jerusalem's place in the life of Jesus gives it great importance, in addition to its place in the Old Testament. Jerusalem is the place where Jesus was brought as a child to be presented at the temple, Luke 2:22, and to attend festivals, Luke 2:41. According to the Gospels, Jesus preached and healed in Jerusalem, especially in the temple courts. There is also an account of Jesus' cleansing of the temple, chasing various traders out of the sacred precincts, Mark 11:15. At the end of each of the Gospels, there are accounts of Jesus' Last Supper in an upper room in Jerusalem, his arrest in Gethsemane, his trial, his crucifixion at Golgotha, his burial nearby, and his resurrection and ascension. According to Islam, Jerusalem is considered a sacred site in Islamic tradition, along with Mecca and Medina. Islamic tradition holds that previous prophets were associated with the city and that the Islamic prophet Muhammad visited the city on a nocturnal journey, Isra and Miraj. Due to such significance, it was the first Qibla, direction of prayer, for Muslims, and the Prophet Muhammad designated the Al-Aqsa for pilgrimage. The Dome of the Rock is an Islamic sacred shrine in Jerusalem, built on the Temple Mount. It is believed this is where Muhammad ascended into heaven and was given the second pillar of Islam, to pray 5 times a day, from Allah, which is still used today. The Al-Aqsa Mosque is specified of being in Jerusalem as per numerous hadith. As we come to more recent times before World War I, the Middle East region, including the Ottoman Syria, the southern part of which are regarded as Palestine, was under the control of the Ottoman Empire for nearly 400 years. Towards the end of the 19th century, Palestine was inhabited predominantly by Arab Muslims with smaller numbers of Christians, mostly Arabs. Druze, Circassians, and Jews, predominantly Sephardic. At that time, most of the Jews worldwide lived outside of the Palestine, predominantly in Eastern and Central Europe, with significant communities in the Mediterranean, the Middle East and the Americas. The roots of the conflict can be traced to the late 19th century. Jews had been treated very badly for a very long period of time, but after 1800s the hatred towards Jews was not only because of religious reasons. During late 1800 Jews living around the world began feeling that no country accepts them as their own, and if they wanted to live peacefully, they would need to create their own country. There was an Austro-Hungarian journalist named Theodor Herzl. He started a new political movement called Zionism. He said Jewish people should get their separate country, and this had been an ideology since 1870s. There were several organizations calling themselves lovers of Zion. Due to all these reasons in 1881 with the rise of national movements, including Zionism and Arab nationalism. Though the Jewish aspiration to return to Zion had been part of Jewish religious thought for more than a millennium, the Jewish population of Europe and to some degree Middle East began to more actively discuss immigration back to the land of Israel and the re-establishment of the Jewish nation. As a result, Thank you for watching. Part 2 is coming soon.